today we're going to do my palette ranking for the month of August. I'm just going to do a good old ranking today. So I haven't even split them out into groups. I've just done from least favorite to favorite for the month. I did end up going into 21 different eyeshadow palettes in August, which is more than I thought that it would be, but I'm kind of averaging around the 20 to 25, I would say, every month. It might pick up in September, we never know, or it might just stay around that. But I did wear less makeup in August. It just seems that I still kept going into quite a lot of eyeshadow, and this doesn't include all of my Colourpop singles too, because I did actually end up going into a lot of those this month as well. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm going to go through least favorite for the month to favorite. I just want to preface, I don't hate any of these palettes. I love all of these palettes to some extent, but obviously I enjoy more than others, and some of them only went into one shade, so I've kind of ranked them pretty low, but I am going to put the usage. You guys liked that I ranked it last month, but I also had the usage on the screen, so I have counted how many times I've gone into this palette. It's not how many times I went into the shades in the palette, but it's how many times, like how many different days I went into this palette regardless of how many shades I went into. So anyway, let's get into it because sometimes I can ramble on and I'm already doing it. So the first one is going to be from Gourmand Girls. It is the Peach Perfect palette. I do enjoy this palette. It's definitely not a favorite of mine, but I did end up, I think just going into it just the one time, and I went into this shade and I hit pan right at the beginning of the month, and I didn't even go into it at all. It was in a project, so there wasn't any real reason for me to rank it any higher this month. Next up, I did end up going into my Lunar Beauty Nude Prism for one day. I don't recall if I have the picture. If I do, obviously I'm going to put the pictures in this video so you'll see. But this is just like a very, very nude palette. Nothing sort of unique about it, I would say, but the quality in the formula is pretty decent, and I just felt like going into it because I hadn't gone into it. But again, it isn't really unique, so I'm ranking it pretty low. Next up, for kind of a similar reason, I'm putting Natasha Denona here. This is the Retro palette. I do have a shade in my Pan Those eyeshadows, and I've pretty much just been going into one shade. I didn't end up filming a eyeshadow palette bingo last month where I go into all of my Pan Those eyeshadows and try to use different shades in the palettes. I have been doing that the last few months, but I did end up doing it in August. I feel like I have a frog in my throat. I don't know why I can't speak today. Anyway, this one, I'm ranking it pretty low just because I'm really just concentrating on the one shade, and as you can see, I have not hit pan. Next up, I did end up going into my Earthy from Beauty Bay. Now I'm ranking it a little bit higher. Normally I would just probably put this at the bottom because there's just so many shades in here and it's kind of hard to rank. So I ended up going into quite a few shades. That's why I'm ranking it a little bit higher than normal. I went into Moss, and I think a couple of other greens. I don't remember which ones, but I did do it for a channel members video. It was kind of a weird one. Oh yeah, and I went into this shade as well down here. It was a weird look, but did end up using this palette. Next up, I wish I could rank this a little bit higher. I really enjoy this palette. This is the Muse Icon from Makeup Revolution, and I did go into it again. This wasn't for any specific video. I just wanted to use it again, and I really enjoyed my look. Hopefully I have the picture because I think it's so pretty. I think some of these shimmers are actually really, really stunning for the Makeup Revolution price tag. I mean, this is only like £8 or €8 or whatever it is. So very, very impressed with this still, and I still kind of want to pick up the rest. I just don't know which ones to pick up. Like, do I pick up them all up? Because, I mean, why not? But anyway, I went into this one again. I don't know why I'm not ranking it a little bit higher. I do enjoy it. And then I also am putting my Avatar Lethal Cosmetics, Avatar Fire here. Oh, let me say that wrong. So this is the red one, and I just rolled this into my Project Level Up. I haven't really gotten into it too much, so I didn't know where to rank it. But yeah, this one is here, and I will be going into it a little bit more because I have to use every shade 2 times, and I also have to hit pan in 2 different shades. So it's going to be around for a while, especially since I have like 3 palettes now on the go for that project. And if you want to know why, you should just go check out that video because it's so stupid what I've done. Anyway, next one that I'm going to put here is the Cosmic Beauty Serenity. I do love this palette. I'm just getting a little tired of it. I have used it quite a lot this year, but I think this last month I just didn't really want to go into it too much, but we did end up going into it for the Bingo of Shame, which is just a fun little makeup challenge of palettes that you basically neglect in your palette. And this was randomly selected for August. It's a big group of us who participate. And because I have this palette, I thought, well, let's just do it, even though it hasn't been neglected in my collection. Next up, I'm going to put my Singe Beauty here. This is the Galactic Visitor. I haven't really gone into it too much, so I'm not ranking it higher, but normally I probably would rank this a bit higher. This is in a project, and I have been struggling to just manage my time and actually hit pan in this. I just haven't been going into it very much, but as a palette overall, I really enjoy it. And actually, I probably should rank it a little bit lower because it's kind of unfair, because I've only gone into the one shade. I don't think I went into any other shades this last month. Oh, I should have done, because it totally goes with my outfit, but oh well. Anyway, I really do love the formula and quality of this. I really am looking forward to whatever she releases next. I didn't pick up the last palette that she released just because the color story wasn't really something for me, but I'm really hoping her next one, yeah, I'm hoping that I gel well with that one. I might pick it up. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I did end up going into the Flower Moon from Ensley Rain as well. This one is a palette, obviously, I ended up just like not going into very much because of what's happened with the brand. And you know, it made me not want to go into this palette, but it's so stupid because these, I paid good money for this, and these shades are stunning. So I still want to use them, and I did. So that wasn't for any specific look or anything. I don't even think I filmed that day. I just wanted to wear it, and I did. I think I took a picture. I don't remember what I went into though, I have to say, but I did end up going into this, and I want to just keep going into it because it's obviously a bigger palette as well. And I don't want to neglect things that I spend money on, which is basically all of this. I'm going to put my Shadow Kiss from Alter Ego here. While I do really enjoy this palette, I'm getting a little tired of it. I go into it literally every single day. No spoiler for my pan that palette. Unfortunately, I haven't hit any new pans. But I did end up enjoying some shades that I didn't go into the previous month, which were, I think this one over here, Veil, and also I went into Shroud. But for the most part, I'm going into the matte. So I'll put this in my eyebrows, and then I've been going into this one, or this one. I still have yet to hit pan in this one. It's one of the ones that I wanted to focus on. And I think also this one I wanted to focus on. But as you can see, I haven't really done it. You know, I don't dislike it. It's just, you know, I'm at that point in a year where I'm just like a little bit struggling with my pan that palette, but it's fine. We're going to keep going. We only have a few more months left, so can't give up now. And then I'm going to put my, ow, I just whacked my face. I'm going to put my Delicious Delights here. This is from obviously Cosmic Beauty. I really enjoy this. This is in a project. I'm working on the white. I actually have the white on today. Did I go into anything else this month? I did. I went into one of these greens, I believe. Did I go into anything else? Maybe not. Or maybe this one or this one. I don't really remember. But I did go into this at least a few times. For the most part for this shade right here. But I think as a palette overall, I love it. It's so colorful. It's my only sort of rainbow palette that I have in my collection. However, I have seen that Belle Beauté Bar, hope I'm saying that right, they have come out and re-released their Pastel Garden palette. And I might have to get it because that's the one that got away, and it's come back, and that's another rainbow palette, but like pastel-y, and I think that's just what I prefer. So I don't know. Let me know if I should get it. It's on Monolith, and I'm kind of worried it's going to run out of stock, so I feel like I should get it. But it's also expensive, so I don't know. That would be the first time that I'm trying the brand too, so I don't know. Let me know. I know a lot of you love the brand and love their formula, and you've said that I will enjoy it, so I don't think I can go wrong, but I don't know. It's just expensive. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to put is my Naughty News. I'm actually putting this higher than my other one, other Pan That palette. So this is a Pan That palette for me, obviously from Huda Beauty. There's a little bit of spoiler, so I actually don't want to share what it looks like inside. But I have been going into this a little bit more than I have done the last few months, and I've been enjoying it. I think for the most part, I just enjoy the mattes. I think there's only a couple shimmers left in here that perform really well. The rest of them I don't really care for. They're just a little too powdery for me, and they don't really have the same impact. Actually, there's 4 shimmers in here that I like. So there's Tantric, Irresistible, Shameless, and Please Me. I think all of those are fine. The mattes are great. The weird shadows that are kind of those like really stiff, almost cream to powder formula. She's got 3 of them in here. I don't care for those either, but I have been going into them. But anyway, I'll speak about that more on my update. But I have enjoyed it more than I have the last few months. I'm going to rank it a little bit higher. It's just been a little bit more of a pleasure going into. Then I'm going to go and put this one here. This is the Gal on Mars from GlossGods. So I've gone into quite a lot of GlossGods. This is the first one I think I'm talking about. So the rest of them are ranked pretty high. Shocker, I know. This one I think is just quite warm tone, which obviously I knew when I bought it. It wasn't a palette that I wanted desperately, but I kind of wanted the collection, so now I have the collection. There are some stunning shades in here, but I think I have to look at these as companion palettes. There are a few shades in here where I don't think we needed them. Like I think these two, while they do look quite different, they aren't too different. There's a lot of pinks and purples in here, and they're all very mid-tone. I mean, maybe aside from this one and this one, where there's a little bit more of a contrast, I would have preferred maybe something a little bit more like light, like a light iridescent shade that would bring some like a pop to your look if you do go into multiple shades in this palette. But if you use it as a companion, it's absolutely fine. Some gorgeous like peachy pink flips in here, and then there's this like really interesting taupe one, which kind of just doesn't really belong, but also it is the Gal on Mars, so that is mostly probably the rocks on Mars, I'm gonna assume. I don't know. But anyway, I would assume this would be more like Venus, but I don't think, maybe Venus is not purpley, because they do have the Venus one, and that's a lot more red. But anyway, moving on, I went into this one from Glam Shop. So this is in a project, and it's in my Pan in Every palette. And so I'm trying to hit pan in this shade. I haven't really gone into any other shade, but I really do love this shade. So, and I do like this palette. So I'm ranking it a little bit higher. Probably should have ranked it a bit lower, just considering I haven't gone into it nearly as much as some other palettes. But I think generally overall, I just like the palette. I'm going to put my Vintage Glam here from GlossGods. This is similarly, I have only gone into one shade. Had I gone into more shades in this palette, I think I would have ranked it higher, because it's always been a palette that I really love, and it was discontinued and then they brought it back. So I'm so happy that you guys can buy it, because I really do enjoy it. I have this one currently in my Pan Those eyeshadows. And I haven't really had the time to go into everything else, but this is actually just such a beautiful, cool tone, mauvey, romantic palette. I think it's like the Norvina from ABH, but the shimmers are just a lot more impactful, and it's just like an updated version of that color story, in my opinion. I still love the Norvina, but I think it's very similar to that. So if you like that one, I think you would absolutely enjoy this. But yeah, I probably shouldn't rank it as high as I am, but it is what it is. Then I'm going to put my Lethal Cosmetics Avatar Air. Boohoo. This is so boring. I talk about this palette all the time. It is in my project level up. I'm still trying to hit pan in 2 shades, as I've mentioned in multiple videos now. It still hasn't happened, but it will. And I just think this palette is so versatile for a 9-pound palette. I think it is absolutely kind of just amazing what you can do with this palette. There are so many different variations and different looks that you can do with this palette. And when I first got it, I was not a fan, because I got the whole collection. I thought, oh, this is the ugliest one out of the 4, but this is the one that I think is just so unique. I think it's the shimmers in this. I think there is something special about them. So anyway, this one, I have to rank it higher, but it's not number 1. It's not number 1. So we are in our last 5, okay? So top 5 for the month of August. Number 5 is going to be my Cosmic Beauty Muse. This is kind of a shock, because this has been definitely a sleeper palette for me. It's grown on me when I first, I really wanted this palette. I love the color story. When I got it, I was kind of disappointed, honestly, in the color story and how it looked on my eyes, but I'm finding myself really enjoying it. It is in a project, so I am purposely going into it. However, the last few months, I've just been kind of noticing that I really enjoy it and falling back in love with the color story, quite honestly. So anyway, this one is currently in my Pan Those eyeshadows. I have a little bit on today. I have mostly Pan Those shadows on today. So I'm trying to hit pan, and I don't know, I've just been really enjoying this palette. I don't think I've gone into too many other shades this month, but as a palette overall, I just feel like my feeling on it has grown, so I wanted to bump it up. Then we have another GlossGods, it's the Gal on the Moon. So this one I just think is kind of special. I think it's really pretty. I think the only gripe that I have about it is there are similar shades in here. So there's these two greens, there's the two blues, the two purples. You know, I don't know how much you can do with the moon, but why couldn't we have like a white iridescent shade? With maybe like a blue flip. Like that would have been interesting, because when we look at the moon, it's white, right? I know the moon is not white, but when we look at it, it's white or grayish. So this is very green and purpley, and I'm just thinking, where's the green coming from? I don't know where it comes from. So I don't know where they got the inspiration for green, but it's a very, very green palette. I'm not complaining because I think the color story is beautiful. But I think you probably could have swapped out some of these shades for something else and made it a little bit more beautiful, a little bit better. So, but having said that, I really enjoy these shades. I think they're beautiful. And I did do a look going into my Gal on the Mars and Gal on the Moon palettes. So if you haven't checked that video out, it's another hour-long video, but you know, if you have time, you can just put it on in the background. And then I'm gonna put my look for rainbows here. I really, really enjoy this palette. When I first started discovering GlossGods, this along with Dancing in the Sky. This and Dancing in the Sky were my two favorite palettes, and I just neglected this palette so much. And ever since I've rolled it into my pan that palette in order, I've been really enjoying it. I've hit a bunch of pans this year, and it's like every shade I go into, it's just such a joy and a pleasure. So I would highly recommend it if you want to pick up this palette. Again, it is another companion palette, so you know, not everyone likes all shimmer palettes, but I really do enjoy them. I don't mind them because I have so many mattes in other palettes, and I generally go into multiple palettes for my look, so it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I wanted to put this here because some of these shades are just so beautiful, and obviously I've been going into it a lot, and yeah, I don't know, I can't really rank it any lower. All right, then we have top two. I don't know what it is about this palette, but I just love this palette from Colourpop. This is the Haunted Mansion, and I just rolled this into my Pan Those Eyeshadows last month. Is this called the Haunted Mansion, or is it called Welcome Foolish Mortals? I actually don't know the name of this palette. I think it's the Foolish Mortals palette, but whatever. So I just think this color story is so cool, and I've been really, really just enjoying going into it. I have to say I've mostly just been going into this shade. This is the shade that I'm trying to hit. Oh no, this is for my pan in every palette, right? Yeah, this is my pan in every palette, not Pan Those Eyeshadows. So it doesn't matter which shade I tried to hit pan on, but I've been focusing on this one, as you can see, and I'm almost there. I do have it on my eyes today. And I don't know, I just think this palette is so cool. When I did my full eyeshadow palette ranking a few months ago, this was in like the top 5, I believe. So there's something about this palette that is unique, and I really, really love it. And I'm excited for the winter to be coming because it is more of a winter palette for me, and I just want to get back into these tones. I'm excited. I'm kind of veering off the warm tones, and I want to go into my cool tones, but it's still very like summery here, so it's not gonna happen for several more weeks. Anyway, moving on. This is my favorite palette for the month so far. This is the Color of Rain from GlossGods. Now, I haven't gone into all the shades. This is, again, another shimmer palette, but I just really have enjoyed going into some of the shades that I've gone into so far. For one thing, I think this shade is the most beautiful, delicious shade. Like, if I could eat, if I could eat eyeshadow, I just think this is just stunning. It's like cosmic how beautiful this is. I mean, hopefully, it's got so many different colors. Like, I'm looking at it now, it's like bright green, but then it has like bright purple, pink, there's some blue. It's honestly an amazing shade. It really is. You can't even see, wait, I'm gonna do the thing. Can you see the green? Yeah, you can. Oh, you've seen the mess. Can you see the green? Yes, the green. Yeah, my place is a mess. We actually been filming. We've been painting this room this weekend. So, I don't know. it might look messy. So anyway, I think this is definitely such a cool palette. You also do get a black matte if you want to pair any of these with a black matte. They work beautifully on top of it. A lot of these are topper shades, so it makes sense that they added that in, and I thought that was unique compared to just their all shimmer palettes. Obviously I do have black mattes in other palettes, so I didn't necessarily need it. But I think as a palette overall, it's just kind of stunning. So I wanted to put it at the top. But anyway, yeah, that is everything for today. Those are all the palettes that I went into in the month of August. There's quite a lot of cool tone palettes in there, but there are a lot of warmer ones too mixed in. So I definitely had a combination of the two. A lot of them obviously are in projects, but I'm pleased that I went into palettes that are not in projects at all. I had like no reason to go into them, like the Muse Icon, the Flower Moon, the Nude Prism, like those were not in projects at all, but I just felt like going into them, and I want to just continue to do that. Even the earthy one, I was doing a challenge, but it wasn't really in a project. So I'm happy to just keep playing with my makeup, and yeah, I might be picking up some eyeshadow. I don't know what I should do. I don't know what I should do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.